Ever wondered what makes African and Asian elephants different from each other? Well, let's embark on a journey into the captivating world of these gentle giants. Elephants, the largest land animals on Earth, are known for their extraordinary intelligence, strong social bonds, and of course, their iconic trunks. These majestic creatures have been admired and revered in various cultures around the globe for centuries. Elephants are generally found across Africa and Asia, where they play a vital role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems. They are often referred to as ecosystem engineers for their ability to modify their habitats in significant ways. From creating clearings in the vegetation to creating waterholes, elephants certainly know how to make themselves at home. Now, while all elephants share some common traits, did you know there are actually two distinct types of elephants? That's right, the world is home to two main species of elephants, the African elephants and the Asian elephants. And although they may look similar at first glance, these two species have their own unique characteristics and behaviors. The African elephant, as the name suggests, roams the diverse landscapes of Africa, from the savannas of East Africa to the dense rainforests of Central Africa. They are the larger of the two species and are known for their enormous ears that resemble the shape of the African continent. On the other hand, the Asian elephant is found across the forests and grasslands of Asia, from India to Indonesia. They are slightly smaller than their African counterparts and have smaller rounded ears. Both species have their own fascinating quirks and characteristics, and while they share a common ancestry, they have evolved differently over time due to their distinct habitats and lifestyles. In the upcoming scenes, we'll delve deeper into the intriguing differences and similarities between these two magnificent creatures. From their physical attributes to their behaviors, get ready to gain a newfound appreciation for these awe-inspiring giants. So are you ready to dive into the world of elephants and uncover what sets the African and Asian elephants apart? Stick around to find out about the incredible differences between these two magnificent creatures. First, let's dive into the physical differences between African and Asian elephants. One of the most noticeable distinctions between the two species is size. African elephants are generally larger than their Asian counterparts. In fact, African elephants are the largest land animals on Earth. Males often reach up to 10 feet tall at the shoulder and can weigh as much as 6 to 7 tons. On the other hand, Asian elephants, while still large, are a bit smaller. A typical male Asian elephant stands about 9 feet tall at the shoulder and weighs between 4 and 5 tons. Now, let's talk about their ears, another striking physical difference between the two. African elephants have large ears that are shaped somewhat like the continent of Africa, hence their name. These large ears not only help them hear, but also play a crucial role in temperature regulation, acting as a cooling system on hot days. Asian elephants, on the other hand, have smaller, rounded ears. They're not as large as the African elephants, but they're still quite functional and serve the same purpose. If you were to compare the two side by side, you might say that an African elephant's ears are like wide, flapping fans, while an Asian elephant's ears resemble a compact, curved leaf. But size and ears are not the only things that set African and Asian elephants apart. There are a multitude of other physical differences between these two magnificent species, from the shape of their back to the number of toes on their feet. Each characteristic has its own unique role in helping the elephant survive and thrive in its natural habitat. But the differences don't stop there. Let's continue. As we delve deeper into the world of elephants, we'll uncover more about these fascinating creatures and the many ways they're adapted to their environment. So, stick around as we continue our journey into understanding the intriguing differences between the African and Asian elephants. As we continue to explore the physical differences, did you know that even their trunks are different? That's right. The trunk, which is essentially an elongated nose and upper lip, is a feature that sets elephants apart from other mammals. But did you know that African elephants have 2 fingers at the end of their trunk, while Asian elephants only have 1? This seemingly small difference plays a big role in how each species interacts with its environment. The African elephant's 2 fingers give it superior dexterity, allowing it to pick up small objects or strip leaves off branches with ease. On the other hand, the Asian elephant, with its single finger, is a bit less nimble but still perfectly equipped for its way of life. Now, let's talk about their backs. When you look at an African elephant, you'll notice that its back is more concave or dipped in the middle. But if you take a look at an Asian elephant, you'll see that its back is more convex or rounded. This difference in shape can help us identify the species from a distance. But wait, there's more. Did you know that even the number of toes on each foot can vary between these 2 species? It's true. African elephants usually have 4 toes on their front feet and 3 on their back feet. Asian elephants, on the other hand, usually have 5 toes on the front and 4 on the back. But like humans, there can be some variation in this, and occasionally you'll find an African elephant with extra toes or an Asian elephant with less. It's these small, intricate details that make each species so unique. And it's not just about appearance. These physical characteristics have evolved over millions of years, allowing each species to adapt to their specific environments and lifestyles. Isn't it fascinating how these physical differences make each species unique? Now that we've covered their physical differences, what about their behavior? Well, let's dive right into it, shall we? The social structures of African and Asian elephants are quite different, and these differences are fascinating. You see, African elephants are known for their larger, more complex social structures. Imagine a big, extended family gathering. That's what it's like for African elephants. They live in herds, which are matriarchal. That means an older, experienced female elephant, usually a grandmother, leads the group. These herds can be as large as 100 members. Asian elephants, on the other hand, keep things a bit more intimate. Their social groups are usually smaller, typically consisting of a mother and her offspring, or a few closely related females and their young. It's more like a cozy family dinner than a big reunion. The size of these groups can fluctuate, but they rarely exceed 20 members. But you might be wondering, what happens to the males? Well, in both African and Asian elephant societies, males tend to be solitary or form small, bachelor groups once they reach maturity. They only join the larger groups during the mating season, contributing to the dynamic social structure of these magnificent creatures. Also, it's interesting to note that these social structures influence their communication methods. African elephants, living in larger groups, often communicate over long distances using low-frequency sounds, a phenomenon known as infrasound. On the other hand, Asian elephants, with their smaller groups, rely more on visual and tactile signals for communication. So, you see, the way these 2 types of elephants socialize and communicate is quite distinct, reflecting their unique adaptations to their environments. These behaviors, along with their physical differences, make each type of elephant special in its own way. And there's more to their behavior than just their social structures. But we'll delve deeper into that in the next part of our journey. So, stay tuned. Let's delve deeper into the behavioral differences of these majestic creatures. African elephants are generally considered more aggressive than their Asian counterparts. This may be due to their larger size or the harsher conditions they face in their natural habitats. Interestingly, the African elephant's aggressiveness isn't just directed towards other species, but also towards their own. They are known to have intense social disputes, often resulting in physical confrontations. On the other hand, Asian elephants are usually more docile and cooperative, especially when interacting with humans. They have been used for centuries in Asia for tasks like logging and transportation, which is a testament to their calm and trainable nature. Now, let's talk about how they interact with their environment. Elephants are known for their dexterous trunks, But did you know that the way they use their trunks can differ based on their species? African elephants, for instance, use their long, muscular trunks to reach up high into the trees for food, showcasing their adaptability to their environment. Their trunks, which have two finger-like extensions at the tip, are also used to pick up small objects, demonstrating their delicate precision in spite of their size. Asian elephants, on the other hand, have a different approach. They prefer to feed on lower vegetation, using their shorter trunks to pull grass, leaves, and bamboo shoots. Their trunks have only one finger-like extension, but they are just as capable of picking up small objects. It's fascinating how these elephants, despite their differences, have adapted to their environments and learned to use their unique features to their advantage. The way they interact with their surroundings and their fellow species is a testament to their intelligence and adaptability. It's truly amazing how their behaviors are as diverse as their physical characteristics. So how can we summarize these key differences between African and Asian elephants? Let's take a walk down memory lane and revisit the highlights. Remember those physical features we talked about? The African elephants are generally larger with bigger ears that are shaped like Africa itself. Their skin is more wrinkled, and both males and females have tusks. On the other hand, Asian elephants are smaller, with smaller, rounder ears. Their skin is smoother, and it's mostly the males that sport tusks. And let's not forget about those subtle, yet significant differences in their heads and trunks. African elephants have a more rounded forehead and a trunk with two fingers at the end, while Asian elephants have a twin-domed head with a single finger on their trunk. Now, shifting gears to their behavior, there are some striking differences too. African elephants tend to be more sociable and live in larger groups, while Asian elephants are more reserved and live in smaller groups. African elephants are known to be more aggressive, while their Asian counterparts are generally more docile. Remember how we talked about their diets? African elephants, being the larger species, consume a wider variety of vegetation and need more water, while Asian elephants have a more specialized diet and can survive with less water. These differences, both physical and behavioral, help us appreciate the unique nature of each species. They also highlight how each has adapted to their respective environments, the open savannas of Africa and the dense forests of Asia. And let's not forget, these differences aren't just fun facts. They're crucial for conservation efforts. Remember, different species have different needs, and understanding these needs is key to their survival. Remember, whether African or Asian, each elephant is a majestic creature deserving of our respect and protection. After all, diversity is the spice of life, and it's this diversity that makes our world so incredibly fascinating. So, what do these differences tell us about these wonderful giants? Well, they tell us that even within a single species, like elephants, there's an incredible amount of diversity. Each elephant, whether African or Asian, has unique traits that make it perfectly suited for its environment. These differences are a testament to the marvel of the animal kingdom. They remind us that our planet is home to a wide array of creatures, each with its own set of adaptations and behaviors. This diversity is something to be celebrated, marveled at, and most importantly, preserved. In a world that's constantly changing, it's crucial for us to recognize and protect this diversity. It's what keeps our ecosystems healthy, our planet vibrant, and our fascination with nature alive. So whether it's an African elephant with its large fan-shaped ears or an Asian elephant with its smaller, rounded ears, remember, each creature has a role to play in the grand scheme of things. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the differences between African and Asian elephants. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our world.